And welcome everybody to the Staunton Media Lab for January 6, 2016. I'm Steve O'Keefe, Executive Director of the Staunton Media Lab, and my performance is copyright free.
I'm Coley Evans, Audio Director for the Staunton Media Lab. My performance is also copyright free.
And we want to wish you all happy holidays and a happy new year. The new year is going to be an exciting one for Staunton Media Lab because this is going to be our first year getting our legs under us. And I'll start right with the news, which is about that. And on the news, the latest on our leases, there's nothing. So this is just now getting to the point of frustration. We're waiting to get into a space at VSDB. Sorry for shuffling the papers, Coley. You hear all that?
Yeah.
And until we get in there, we're unable to serve the population that we're designed to serve, which is the hearing impaired or the hard of hearing, and the visually impaired or hard of seeing, the blind and the deaf. And the problem is the facility that we're in right now, the facility you see behind you, is not adequate in terms of accessibility for the handicapped. So because of this, it makes it difficult for us to bring people in for interviewing and videotaping, also to bring in volunteers who want to work with us. And so we're just sort of hamstrung until we get to an ADA compliant space. And we're negotiating with VSDB for that. And if it, we don't want to give up on those negotiations because we'd have to start over with a new host. But that being said, if you're with Lee High School, if you're with Baton Rouge Community College, BRCC, if you're with Mary Baldwin,
What?
then you got space. We got a heck of a program. So if you if you're listening, you want to help us out, we need a place. And eventually we have to realize that we have to keep our options open if we're not able to get into this other space. So,
right. By the way, if I may ask a question here, you said Baton Rouge Community College.
Oh, geez. I'm showing my roots now, Coley.
Yep, you are.
Blue Ridge Community College.
Yes.
Baton Rouge is Red Stick, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's what Baton Rouge is the red baton,
right?
Red Stick, they call it. And I used to live down in that area and was working to set up a similar type of program to this in New Orleans, and that might still happen in the future. But the first things first is to get this thing going. And we're waiting to hear on that lease, and for us now, this means everything's being pushed back. The reality of how long it's taking to start this program is it's just been extended. So we didn't get in January. We probably now, at the earliest, we'd be able to get into that space and occupy it is March. The earliest we'll be able to start offering programs. Well, we'll start offering services immediately, and we'll start offering classes now in the fall of 2016 is our goal. So I'm hoping to get in there in by March, get set up and start offering services in the spring, and in terms of people coming into the space. We're offering services right now. So if you need audio editing, we have that capacity in spades, thanks to Coley here.
Right.
And so we can take, for example, we've just been working with a client that is taping lectures, and we were able to cut those lectures by almost 50% in length just by cleaning. That means no editing, no loss of content or message, just simply cleaning pauses, breaks, false starts, and other things that noise and stuff in the file that's not working. So imagine that. You can cut that thing down in half just by cleaning, and then we can edit to the length that you desire. So this is great for teasers, small podcasts, white papers. This can be used for the backdrop of graphics for white papers and other things. So if you have audio editing work, we're ready to handle your work today. And you can get that work to us or contact us about that. Or if you have a space to lease, or if you happen to be a coffee company and you want to sponsor something that's awesome, that's just as good as your coffee, well, then contact us at the Staunton Media Lab. And my name is spelled STEVE OKEEFE, Steve O'Keefe, at the Staunton Media Lab in Coley.
Yeah, and mine is Coley, COLEY .EVANS at StauntonMediaLab.com. And of course, Staunton is spelled with a U,
And that's
STAUNTON, because we need you.
Because we need you. And that's particularly true. We need you if you know American Sign Language, or if you're interested in videography. So those are two of the areas where we're looking to recruit. And at this point, I'd like to thank all the people who've been helping us just this last week. I mean, really, it's sort of amazing the traction that this program is getting. People want to volunteer and they want to help. So we need a space to do this in. And some of the people helping us this week were Sean Corcoran. Sean is with DBVI, the Commonwealth's Department of Blind and Visually Impaired. And Sean has been our liaison on assistive equipment. And what did they bring us?
They brought us an Index Basic D Embosser.
Yeah, we got a new Index Basic D Embosser, and we're going to demo that right after this short messages. So stay tuned just a moment. We'll show you what that's all about. And thank you, Sean, and the rest of the people at DBVI. I also want to thank Angie Song in North Carolina and Sarah Spangler here in Virginia. Both of them have been helping me out with American Sign Language versions of some of our audio, and also with transcripts. So thank you very much to Angie Song and Sarah Spangler. Thank you also to Mary Catherine Fian. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I should have Coley say. Mary Catherine, Mary Kay, thank you very much. She's working on some transcriptions for us and other projects. And as always, our virtual intern emeritus, Max Cross. And Max has been helpful this week, and you got to go check out his channel on YouTube if you haven't. It's Max Cross on YouTube, MAXCROSS. And Max is just our general, he is a technology intern with us, and has done a tremendous amount of work and encouragement for the lab. So thank you, Max. And thank you to those drivers and enablers of all the people to get to the lab and to help us out. We really appreciate what we're doing, what you're doing, because we really feel like we're onto something here, and we want to see it keep going. So thanks to all the volunteers and the well-wishers out there. And now, why don't we take it to our feature for today on the Staunton Media Lab, and that is the Index Basic D Braille Embosser. Take it away, Coley.
That's right. What it is, it's a machine, and I would say it's no bigger than a regular standard printer, wouldn't you say?
And while you're telling them about it, I'm going to turn the camera to it. So don't freak out, people, because the camera's about to move.
We need to.
What's that? Oh, yeah, the heater. That's right.
Huh. Got some background noise here. Well, Steve's going to transition, take off his announcer's hat and put on his cameraman hat and start running the camera here while I talk about the Index Embosser. Yeah, it's no bigger than an ordinary standard printer, and it embosses files on your computer, and it puts them in Braille so that people who are blind can read it. And we're going to demonstrate that right now. We're going to write something just a test document for the Media Lab, and we're going to put that in Braille. Do you have it worked out there?
I'm ready, Mr. Coley. We're just now, those watching at home, what you're seeing here in front of me is the new Windows 7 computer. Did we demo that last week or the week before? I can't quite remember.
Well, we demoed it the week before last, but then last week we also demoed the scanner, so I kind of got a double demo, if you will.
And you can see here's the monitor. We're watching ourselves on the monitor. Here's the monitor for the Windows 7 machine, the Windows 7 machine, and then right behind it there, you see what I'm coming up on now, and that is the Index Embosser. And we're all queued up over here, Coley, if you want to come and show us how it works.
All right, I'm just going to get up here and...
Sorry for the jumpy camera angle, folks. And
yeah, sorry for the audio, too.
And the audio is going to change a little bit here. And sorry about the chair, too. Don't worry, that wasn't on camera.
Oh, okay.
All right. And it looks like we're still getting good audio, Coley. So while you do that, I'm going to move the camera over to you a little bit. And I'm just going to have to hope that we're on screen with this right now. Let's see.
The Duxbury Braille Translator. Workspace.
And
File. New. Dialog. Document type. Grouping. Print rate. Cancel. OK button for the Duxbury Braille.
Okay, I've created a print document, and so I'm going to just start typing, and then we will Braille this out. Let's see here. This is a test of the Index Embosser for the Staunton Media Lab on January 6, 2016. Right, new year.
This is a test of the MRX. This is a test of the Index Embosser on the 6th of January 2006. This is a test key.
Okay, we have that all written. Now, should we go ahead and emboss it now, or should I try to, you know what, let's go ahead and emboss it now. I want to do a little experimenting with the margins so that we can, you know, hole punch things later, but we'll do that later, okay?
Okay.
All right, so all we have to do is hit Control-T to translate.
Question mark is the test lash. 9xMO.
Okay, look at that. See how that is? See how that has changed?
This is a test of the Index Embosser. Oh, no, the folks at home, I have to say, are not going to be able to see what is on the screen.
Oh, that's okay.
So,
all right, well,
they're
then,
a little bit like you right now.
Okay, well then I'm just going to stop.
Okay, but
Stop
I can point it out then.
Stop referring to it,
hang on.
because if they're missing it too, then
Right.
okay.
So you've typed in your message,
Yeah.
and then here on the screen, this message, did you press a button to convert that to Braille?
Yeah,
there?
Control-T. I just said that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, I'm saying with the camera.
Okay.
So this now, for the folks at home, it's showing it as a series of Braille dots. And if you hold on, I can't really, I'm working without a good monitor, so I can't see what the folks at home are seeing.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
that's why it took me a while to realize that they weren't seeing
Okay.
all of this.
All right. Okay.
So now it's on the screen. So what's next?
We hit Control-E to emboss it. And it will
Okay, hold
emboss.
on. Just wait till I move to the printer before you start embossing.
Yeah.
And
Make sure there's no cords in the way of that paper when it comes out.
I'm trying. Hold on. I'm just waiting for myself to show up on the. I'm watching it live, but there's like a 1 minute delay or something like that. And we're ready to roll.
Okay, here we go.
File. Emboss. Dialog Braille device. Index basic default. Letter 8.5 by 11 inches. OK button. Cancel copies. Edit all. +C. Selected one. Exchange grouping. Radio button. OK button.
There we go.
Title Braille.
Yeah, that ought to make the audio come through.
Double-sided basic ready 10.04.
Okay. Now we have it, and we'll just pull it off. Let's see. It should say just what we wrote down here. It does. Yeah. This is a test of the index embosser for the Staunton Media Lab on January 6, 2016.
There you
There
have
you
it.
go.
And let me
Now-
take that sheet of paper here from you.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I think if we want to set these margins, I think it needs to start right here. See here?
yes,
See where my
so
finger
that's
is?
about an inch.
That's about 3 spaces in. I'm measuring. I think it
Right.
does it by spaces. I think you
That's
set
right.
it by spaces. So it's 1, 2, 3, then it starts. That's right. If you want to punch holes, that's about where you want it, right?
Okay, that's correct.
Okay.
So are you going to adjust that margin or not?
Yes. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do a test.
And while you're getting that going, since they can't see the screen
Uh-huh.
from here, I'm just going to hold the Braille dots close enough that I think they'll be able to see that.
Selected 0, 0, blank. 0, 3. Inbox and interpoints checkbox. Check inbox banner page checkbox. OK button.
And you can see at home the raised dots on this paper. I want to explain that this paper is quite special.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We should explain that.
Yeah.
It's thicker. It's thicker than regular printer paper.
And how would you say 2, 3 sheets? What would you estimate the thickness compared to a regular sheet of paper?
I'd say about 3 sheets.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
about the thickness of 3 sheets.
Yeah.
I don't know what ply that is.
Yeah.
It has what they call tractor feed, the holes on the sides of it.
Mhm.
And here I'm going to hold it up to the camera so folks can see those holes. And so these are bend, and they can get torn off then, leaving an 8.5 by 11 sheet with the dots in Braille at the top of it here. And the feeder automatically sets the top margin, and we're now trying to adjust this right-hand margin here so that we can do a hole punch on these documents.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
I've set it to 3, so let's try it now. Ready?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to switch the camera over to
The embosser
the
again.
embosser again, and this time I'm going to try raising the camera up to get a better view of it from the top. Sorry, folks at home, for all the disturbance. And hold on, just give it a second to stabilize.
Question mark.
Okay. Is it ready?
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, here we go.
File. Page range grouping. OK button. Page range grouping. Already OK button. Advanced for run title Braille document.
Double-sided basic
All right, let's see what it did.
10.04.
Yeah. And watch it not do anything different. Okay. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, that looks about right.
That looks perfect. And, I'll hold it up so folks at home can see the difference. We might want to increase that left margin a little too. I don't know.
You mean this here?
Yes.
Well,
The right margin.
it's right
Yeah,
on
yeah.
right on the edge there.
Yeah.
I think that's actually okay. I mean, it's just on the edge there, huh? I think that's all right.
Okay, and can I show it to the paper to the folks at home?
Yeah, in fact, compare it with this.
Yes.
I just want to compare it myself
Okay.
here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure we're doing this right. That's there, and that's, yes.
Yeah.
Affected. Yes, you can compare it.
Okay, so here for the folks at home, this is our first version. And I'm pretty sure you can see those dots now, even though I have to wait a second for that to show up on the screen. And now down below it, I'm putting the new version. And you can probably see now, I'm going to give it a good time, that there is, I would say, a good almost 3/4 of an inch between the tractor feed and the start of the Braille. On the first version, there's less than 1/4 inch.
There's actually almost nothing. I mean,
Right.
it's like right there.
And on the second version, it does go right to the very edge of the paper on the right-hand side. But Coley says that'll work for him. And so there you have us adjusting the margins on this embosser. And can you tell us anything else about the embosser? What are the buttons on top of it?
Well, honestly, I don't know. The buttons, I really don't know. I mean, these buttons don't really do much. I mean, well, they do, but we don't have to use them because we have the Duxbury installed, and that pretty much controls it. The only reason why I have to use these buttons is if we connected a peripheral device like a Braille Speak or a Braille Note and had to emboss with that, then you would have to use these buttons. But Duxbury software pretty much controls this thing. There's one button here that's the top of the form feed button, which feeds the paper through, and if you press it twice, it'll set it to the top of form where it'll kind of pull it in to where it's not sticking out here.
And I'm going to come around behind you just for a second, Coley, and turn off this light because we're getting a nasty shadow, and see if that helps folks at home see this printer any better. I got to wait for the light to adjust on YouTube feed before I turn it back or anything. So tell me, Coley, what is that? Looks like a lid on there. Can you show me the lid? And
Yeah,
can I lift that up? Yeah, I'm getting much better light now.
Yeah,
Can you lift up the lid?
Yeah, that's how you put your paper in here.
And they can't see the inside because the camera's in the bad
Right.
spot and I don't want to move it.
Yeah.
But inside are the tractor feeds, and they're adjustable so you can have a larger width paper going through. And then can you close the lid? It's a lovely looking lid. It's got this ribbing on it that's kind of unusual. You feel that ribbing
Yeah.
on the top?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And there doesn't seem to be any purpose to that. In the back where the paper comes out, it comes out through a set of padded rollers. Do you know why the rollers are padded?
Well, even on a mechanical Braille writer, you have rollers. So.
And is that tray part of it?
No, you put that there.
No, the tray is not. It doesn't come with a tray.
Yeah.
We have a paper tray so that it'll fold up nicely when it's being printed.
Right.
And then also in the back, maybe you could tell them what ports are available there.
Yeah, there's a USB, there's a network port, and there's a parallel port here. So, yeah, quite a lot of.
And a fan. Careful with
Right.
those fingers around the fan there.
Yeah, I know. Just making sure things are,
Yeah, and there's a printer port, which is what is the cable that's going into the new Windows 7 machine. And will this, the software that's in it, what are there multiple programs or?
No, it's just the Duxbury translator software. I think what you're maybe thinking of is that he had to install a driver. He had to install a driver for the embosser itself so that it would work with the computer. But no, there's not multiple software programs or anything like that.
And are there any other things besides, so you have the software for the printer, and then the Duxbury software for the Braille translation. Oh, we haven't shown PDF.
Oh, that's right.
Explain.
We're
Can you
gonna,
explain that?
The PDF?
Yeah, sorry folks at home for the bad camera work. I don't have a monitor on right now, so I can't really see what's happening.
Right.
And go ahead.
Yeah, we last week we demonstrated the iPal scanner, and we forgot to demonstrate how with the software you can convert a PDF to a PDF that has been scanned as an image. You can convert that to text. It will extract the text. You know, if you scan, say, a newspaper article or pages from a book or something. In this case, we're going to convert a let's see, what were we going to convert? I think it's a playlist or something. Anyway,
yes,
we'll convert that, and that'll give them an idea here. So let's do that now, shall we?
Yes.
I'm going to leave this Duxbury open. Is that okay? Because I have
fine.
some things I want to do with it.
And I'm going to try to get a little bit better camera angle for the folks at home because I'm getting a lot of light in from that window, and it's not helping. Okay. Let's hope that helps. And what is the voice that we're hearing?
That is Nuance vocalizer voice. It's called Daniel. It's on NVDA.
Okay.
Screen reading software. But we'll be hearing a different voice, though, when I turn on iPal here. Let's see.
Welcome to iPal. This software detects that no device is connected. You can use this software to read saved books or documents. To open saved book, select book, open book. To read saved document, select application, load image.
Okay.
Exit NVDA.
We don't need NVDA because iPal has its own voice. And that voice, by the way, is Nuance vocalizer Tom. These voices all have names, you know. Anyway.
Import, save it, import file.
Now, there are two options here. There's, let's see, what is it?
Save image.
Hold on.
Exit, settings, save, import file. Save it, import file.
Oh, I thought there was an import image, but there isn't. I think it's on the older version of the software. There was an import image, but there's just an import file here.
Okay.
So we're going to hit import file. And let's see.
Blank, books. Exit Embosser. doc_fr.pdf. iPal user guide.txt. iPal. Basic Embosser. Installation of iPal doc_contacts. Desk downloads.
Here we go.
Blank. 122 September. iPal used 130 Breeze special affiliate. 130 Breeze special affiliate. 129 Breeze affiliate list. 129 Breeze affiliate list. 131 Breeze top 25 131.
And you're deciding which file to open here?
Yeah, we downloaded
Okay.
it because we've been scanning a bunch of PDFs.
Yeah, there's
throughout
one
the
more
week.
there. The next one looks pretty good.
Well, see, that's actually typewritten, so that won't work.
You're looking for one that's just an image?
Yeah. Hold on. I know which one we want. We don't want that. See, some of these have been saved. Yeah, here we go. No, this one. The top 88 of 88 PDF. This is what we want.
File 128, Breeze top 88 of 1988.
Wow. And let me describe this program, this page, before you proceed with trying to scan it. This is a playlist for a radio station. Is that right?
It's a network, yeah.
And it's a columns. There are 4 columns. The first is a number from 1 to 44. The second is the artist's name. The third is the title of the LP, cassette, or CD. And the fourth is the record label that it's on. So there are 4 columns, each of them with 44 items, plus a heading.
That's right. And so it's already actually scanned it.
Oh, okay.
So the one thing I have not figured out yet, I might have to look in the manual. I don't know if it'll tell us, but I have not figured out yet how exactly you read it without first saving it as text. You see what I mean? I don't know exactly how you're supposed to read it, because what I'm getting here is a dialogue.
Next button.
See, if I move
Yeah.
the arrows, it doesn't read that. It's going next,
Yeah.
To page 1.
go to page,
Yeah.
go. You see, it won't do it. So what I've got to do is I got to go to the menu, and come to think of it, oh, what the heck.
Application. Book help. Create new book. Open. Close. Save current book. Save current book text.
Here we go.
Yes button.
So you use save current book text to save it as text.
Yes.
Conversion process may take a long time and cannot be interrupted. Press yes to start or no to cancel.
Page 1.
Converting book. Please wait. This is the message.
Page 2.
Oh, it says page.
Opening page 2 of 2. Opening page 1 of 2. Top of text. Artist. The MMMWN. PFM.
Wow.
Radio S first truly alternative format.
See?
Yes, it's reading now.
Now, here's the tricky part.
Yes.
This thing was in tables as you originally described.
Yes.
And what this thing has done is when it scans something, which in some cases this is what you want, in other cases it isn't. What it does is it takes each column separately and puts it on the page in a linear order.
That's right.
So,
As
like,
though we're reading a newspaper, it goes down one column from the beginning to the end.
Right?
Then it goes to the top of the second column and down that column to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Then the top of the third column.
Mm-hmm.
And finally the fourth.
Right. Right. So,
So it reads the 4 columns as though they were one long column, rather than reading each row as keeping each row together. It keeps each column together.
right, exactly. And I don't believe there's a way to change that setting.
Mhm.
So yeah, it reads it very well. It's just that what I had to do, see, I've already converted this file a couple, what was it, last week I think we did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I had to do was actually take this through a rather complicated process and move it into Microsoft Excel to get the columns back in the right order.
Right.
So
To sort it, to collect them by row. Yeah.
right. But it does read.
1. Basis 2. Dan Siegel 3. Rick Pickens 4.
Yeah.
Tomlinson X5.
Nice.
Pat Metheny 6.
Yep. It'll read all of that. So yeah, if you have PDFs that are images, this will read them.
Okay. So let's see. Are we going to head back to our spots or just close the show?
I think we're gonna.
Okay, you watch out.
Well, anyway, I'll head back.
All right.
If you want to stand there and
No, I'm going to move the camera.
Okay.
And we're just going to come back and say goodbye to folks, really. Sorry about the camera adjustment, everybody.
Yeah, we'll get the audio adjusted here too.
Okay, now we're in the dark, Coley. Now I turned off all our lights for the show to make it work better. We're just not in the frame anymore. So I just want to say thanks again for watching Staunton Media Lab, and we'll be back again next week.
That's right.
We always hope for good news, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and we'll have improved audio next week.
Yeah,
We should. Yeah, let me add to that by saying we should, because sometimes you know how it is, we say things and they don't come to fruition. But next week we should have improved audio. So bye for now.
Okay, I'm Steve O'Keefe.
I'm Coley Evans.
And so long from Staunton Media Lab.